Let's go to CommSec now. Tom Piotrowski, he loves all this stuff. He's got all the gadgets and everything. You going to upgrade your iPhone, Tom?
Well, that's actually, well, I probably need to, because I'm probably several versions behind you in terms of my currency.
You got an iPhone 1.
Yeah. I'm still using an abacus, so a sundial. But look, yeah, it's interesting, and you make some very good points in that conversation there in relation to the tension between Apple and China. That has cast an immense pall over the stock. It's down by about 6% over the course of the last week, and there was a lot of anticipation ahead of the launch today, and the way that the markets responded was with a bit of a sniff. We actually saw the shares down by 1.7%. So that is dovetailing, Pete, into a broader rolling over of the tech sector, which has done extraordinarily well in the US in particular over the course of this year. The AI frenzy has lit up the sector, as the kids say, and what we're just seeing now is a moderation of that enthusiasm. So what stood out last night, for example, in the US is Oracle. They had a disappointing set of numbers in relation to their latest earnings numbers, but when you look at these figures, Pete, the numbers that they were disappointed with was their cloud revenue, which rose by 30% over the course of the quarter compared to the same time last year. The market was disappointed because it was an ebbing of the more than 50% growth rate that they saw in the previous quarter. So to put these things into perspective, you are still seeing phenomenal growth in some of these metrics. Nonetheless, that translated to a 13% fall in Oracle shares. It's part of the reason why the Nasdaq was down 1% last night. The broader market, the S&P 500, down 0.2%. More broadly, there's a lot of tension ahead of the CPI figures, which will be released in the US tonight. The other important thing is that you've seen oil prices hit a new high for the year, and that was another stumbling block for the markets.
$2.30 still. I checked this morning on the way to work.
You would have been doing that very closely, I would have thought, when you're heading through Rushcutters Bay there. But the point to note, Pete, is that you are now seeing a new range being established for oil prices just short of $90 a barrel. That's troubling in terms of the outlook for inflation, if nothing else.
It's an expensive servo, that one.
They catch you. That's for sure.
Yeah, they do. They do.
You have to travel a fair way to get to the next one.
Always busy. It's always busy.
You probably have to go to Balmain or something.
If you miss that one and you get through, the tunnels or whatever, then you're in Balmain. That's a good point. You're in Balmain. You're way west. Hey, thanks, Tom. Talk to you soon.